All right, we'll open up the floor for Coach Knowles, Cameron Teague Robinson, the Athletic.
Jim, was there anything, to your left, Jim, there you go. Was there anything Michigan did today, that surprised you, or did the way JJ threw the ball deep surprise you at all today?
Yeah, I thought he did a good job of, making some throws under pressure, but we knew he could throw the ball on the move. I just thought he played well when he had to.
Over here, Tim May, Letterman Row.
Thank you very much. Hey, Jim, when they hit two big plays like that, a missed tackle on one and just a blown coverage on the other by an individual, what do y'all go back and reassess? I'm talking about they kept them in the game there early. And in the second half, just what got away from you guys from your vantage point defensively?
You just go in at halftime and you say, hey, we're on it. We're doing well. We had we had things defended in the run game in the first half, and just a couple big plays. So you just tell the guys, hey, we just got to keep it going. We're on top of the run, and we gave up a couple bad plays. Nothing to get panicked about. And then just the second half when they hit a couple. Obviously, there at the end, they hit a couple big runs. That's just disheartening. Obviously, I have to take the blame for that, and I should. Just got to do a better job. It's a story of explosive plays. I thought we matched well. And nothing well in a loss like that. But we matched through the course of the game, but too many explosives, and that's disheartening. For not just the defense, but the team, the fans, and I have to take responsibility for that.
Second row left, Dan Hope, 11 Warriors.
Yeah, Jim, just following up on the explosives, if I remember correctly, at one point this year you said, you want to keep a team to 5 explosives or less. Today, 5 explosives cost you the game. So is there something that you have to change philosophically so that doesn't happen in the future?
Yeah, you have to evaluate. The explosives. When they go for touchdowns, they become a different story. Typically, the course of my career, you preach, the explosive plays, and you have a chance to get the guy on the ground, and then you recover. But when they go for touchdowns, certainly that's something that falls on me, and you're right, I need to look at it.
Over here to the right, Joey Kaufman, Columbus Dispatch.
Jim, I know you haven't looked at film yet, but on those explosive plays, is there anything you wish you had done differently as a play caller, or things, or certain moments you wish you had a do-over on?
Yeah, of course. Like you said, I haven't watched the film, but any call that goes for an explosive, you have to look at, you have to take responsibility for, and you can't sit there as a coach and say, well, we were in the right place, or this guy just did that, or he just did that. You got to look at it conceptually, and you got to evaluate it. You got to evaluate the call from top to bottom and the game plan and the whole deal. That falls on my shoulders.
Second row aisle, Pat Murphy, 24/7 Sports.
Jim, last year this game was kind of what teetered for Coach Day, and obviously the coaching changes that he made. You were one of the main ones. How then do you kind of respond to what happened today and what needs to change going forward, since this was supposed to be the turnaround?
Mm-hmm. I just take responsibility. That's all I can do is say, hey, I didn't do a good enough job, and I need to do better.
Over to the right, Bill Rabinowitz, Columbus Dispatch.
First of all, Jim, just how stunning is this that this happened today? And second, the pass defense has been an issue this year with giving up big plays. Is it something is it a technique thing, a fundamental thing, a scheme thing, a personnel thing? What can you say about that?
Stunning. I don't know. It's football. It's a hard game, and you just all those things you mentioned. You just got to take responsibilities. Obviously, the players are hurting much more than me, and I'm crushed. But they're young men who put their heart and soul into it. So they're the ones that I have to be able to look in the eye and talk about all those things that you said. Scheme, technique, fundamentals. Everything that goes into it has to fall on my shoulders.
We'll go just a few more questions far left. Doug Lesmaurice, Cleveland.com.
Jim, I think the first explosive on the touchdown on the missed tackle, I think you guys brought 6 on that play, including 2 linebackers and 2 safeties on that 3rd down. Just what in that situation made you want to be that aggressive with that play call in that moment?
Well, he'd been scrambling around. We've been really holding our own at that point. He'd been doing a good job of making plays on the scramble. So, I thought it'd be a good idea to put him under some pressure, make him throw it quick, off his back foot. He made some good throws in that situation.
Over here to the right, Nathan Baird, Cleveland.com.
As you alluded to, you guys were controlling the run in the first half, but even before those explosives, they obviously got things going with the run game, and we're kind of chunking out some bigger yards, grinding things. Just what did you see that changed there in terms of either their execution or your lack of?
No, I think they switched up their scheme a little bit. They were really hunting for ways to to run the ball and got us with a thing or two here or there. I thought we responded. The runs that got us were simple runs, and that's the hard part that I have to look at.
Over to the right, Austin Ward, Rivals.
Jim, I'm not going to pretend like mobile quarterbacks are ever easy to defend, but we've seen this a couple of times for Ohio State this year that they seem to particularly give this defense some problems. Why is that? What could you maybe do differently, do you think?
Yeah, we have a hard charging defensive line, and I think, that then at that point you're not going to try to hold the guys back. So it comes down to me, continuing to try to scheme, and we tried a couple things against them for that. Some worked, some didn't, but ultimately you don't want to hold the guys back. So then it's my problem. It falls on me to make those changes.
And final question, Adam Rittenberg, ESPN.com.
Jim, Blake Corum had kind of been the focal point of their offense most of the season. He obviously wasn't much of a factor today. How do you think that changed their approach, and was it hard to adjust in terms of just them taking chances or anything that they did differently?
No, it wasn't. He's a great player. It wasn't. I don't think it really changed anything. I think, we were ready, but we failed. I failed in the long run over the course of the game.
Real quickly, could you give an impression of J.J. McCarthy and just the way he played? Did he impress you more than maybe you impress you?
No, he's impressive. He just manages things well, throws on the run, makes plays stretch out even longer, and he can run the ball when he has to. I think he just does a really good job.
Great. Coach, thank you very much.